Today, Local News 8 has a story of an inspirational woman who was committed to keeping her community clean. Local News 8's Seth Ratliff has her story.
I am standing alongside Highway 34 just outside of Preston, and all around me you can see pieces of trash and debris left by drivers on their way to the local landfill. But 2 miles around this bend is a different story. That section of the road was adopted by the Friends of Riverdale 20 years ago, and during that time they've worked to keep their community a cleaner place, mostly through the efforts of one woman.
Her name was Deborah Gilmore. She hated to see the earth be trashed up with trash. So she started just picking it up, and then her dad used to go to the coffee shop here in Preston. Actually, the coffee shop is the Burger King, where a bunch of old fogies, got together every morning, have a cup of coffee. And one of them was a guy that worked at the highway department here. And so when he heard that she was carrying a bag picking up trash, he told my father-in-law, why don't you tell her to adopt the highway?
Take a look at what we've gathered so far. I've got plastic bottles, we've got beer cans, even big cardboard boxes, all in this trash bag of what we've gathered for the last 5-10 minutes alone. And Deborah Gilmore was out here for the last 20 years cleaning up this side of the road, even in the last days of her life.
She started coughing in November of 2022 and was being treated for just a cough by the doctors here. And then it kept getting worse. So that was in January of 2023 when they finally told her, it was cancer.
But even through chemo, Deborah continued to work in her community. Over the last 20 years, Deborah's group gathered over 42,000 pounds of litter from the 2-mile stretch of highway in their care.
That's Adopt the Highway number 23 district.
This April, the Idaho Transportation Board recognized the Friends of Riverdale as the Southeast Idaho Adopt a Highway Group of the Year.
She didn't even want to go up there and get it. She said, I'm not doing it for an award. And finally, I guess I'm the one that encouraged her, you ought to go do it, because, they're recognizing all the work that you've done, especially while you've been sick. I tried to get her to put it up in the living room here, but she didn't even want to do that,
3 months later, on the morning of July 1st, Deborah Gilmore passed away peacefully after an extended battle with lung cancer.
I walked into the hospital about 7 o'clock, and Dr. Beckstead pulled me aside and said, I'm sorry to tell you, your wife just passed away.
73-year-old Stephen Gilmore says he plans on keeping the Friends of Riverdale group active.
We're all getting older now, but I think everybody that can still have the energy to do it will want to do it.
Keeping this section of the highway clean.
She probably would have wanted me to. And I think that's the least I can do, because somebody to help me keep her in my memory.
In Preston, Seth Ratliff, Local News 8.